was the worship leader at the church we were going to that I grew up in. And I always saw my dad as this great Christian guy. He was always loyal to my mom and loved us. We were really close, and he was passionate about it. And he would, every night, he would sing us to my sister and I to sleep. He would play his guitar in my room. And once we were asleep, my mom said he would sit in there and play worship songs, even when we were asleep, just to himself. And I think the first time that I ever had my trust broken was when my dad left my mom when I was 15. My dad, he completely turned his back against God. That was when I started getting angry with God. I was angry. I didn't understand why. My dad was such a great guy, and my dad turned his back on God, and I didn't get why God would let that happen. So I remember one time my dad saying that when my dad first told me that he didn't think God was real, that I didn't. I decided if my dad doesn't think so, I don't think so. I got involved in the wrong group of friends in high school. They were the people that would accept me, the popular kids, and I felt good for a while. I partied a lot. I turned to alcohol, and it made me feel, I didn't feel the pain. I didn't have to deal with my dad not being there. I didn't have to deal with my mom being emotionally absent, and after the alcohol started not making me happy, I turned to drugs, and I was searching for something. I was so lost, and I was so low. I remember one point when my cousin told me that she didn't even know who I was anymore, and that was kind of the point where I realized I didn't know who I was. I completely had lost myself over those couple years. I remember my mom, she, would tell me, you need to be home at 10, and I'd be home at 1, and she would tell me, you can't go. And I would lie to her, and I would still go. And I remember one time, she was like, you know what? You're just making your testimony someday. And I laughed. I'm like, okay, whatever, Mom. I'm still going to this party. And so I started going to the well more and more, and the more I went, I found the less I felt like I needed to drink to ease that pain and to fill that void. And I had expected God to just be this great, flash of lightning, and I didn't expect it to be a slow process. I thought God would just show himself and I would be happy, but it was a slow process. People were noticing that I was different, and I didn't have the desire to go to parties and drink. Parties, it started becoming a little less fun. I started drinking a little bit less, and I didn't feel like I wanted to get drunk anymore. And once I started reading about God and the love and the promise that he made to us, it's just, I was filled with just this joy, and it's absolutely changed my life and my relationships. And then Charles asked me to be in a small group, and I didn't think I could do it because of my past. I thought that someone who is this perfect Christian is supposed to be small groups, not someone who is messed up so much. But once he asked me that, it pushed me to get to know God more, and it's been amazing. I love our small group. It is so cool. We're at my dad's house, and we've been telling him about our small group and just how God has worked in our lives, trying to be examples for him, because he still doesn't really believe in God. He says he does, but he doesn't live it. And the other night we were over there, and my sister asked him to teach her guitar, because secretly she was hoping through that it would force him to play, because she wanted to learn worship songs. And so she asked him to teach her, and so he started playing a worship song a couple weeks ago, and that was the first time he's played a worship song in 12 years, and it was amazing. Oh my gosh. Like you could feel like his like happiness and just like I've not seen my dad that like light and happy and joyful and